Welcome to this explainer. Today, we are diving straight into an absolutely incredible psychological framework from Mel Robbins called the Let Them Theory. It's literally a paradigm-shifting approach to relationships, stress management, and reclaiming your own agency. Look, if you've ever felt completely exhausted by the actions or the opinions or the emotional reactions of the people around you, we've all been there, right? This explainer is going to give you a real structured toolkit to take your power back. Let's get into it.
So, here's our roadmap for today. We've got 5 main stops. 1. The control trap. 2. Synergy, 2 simple rules. 3. The let them equation. 4. Handling grown-up tantrums. And finally, 5. The let me power move.
All right, starting with section 1, the control trap.
Let's start by validating a huge frustration we all share. We waste so much precious energy constantly trying to manage other people. Now, human beings have this hardwired survival instinct to seek control, because feeling in control makes us feel safe and comfortable. Makes sense, right? But here's the trap. You might actually think you're managing a situation, but you're really just giving your power away to everyone else. You bend over backward hoping your partner won't be disappointed, or you tiptoe around a grumpy coworker just to keep the peace. Fighting this fundamental law of human nature, battling to change people who really don't want to change, it literally only creates unnecessary stress, tension, and friction. The problem isn't actually you, it's the control you're unknowingly giving to them.
Moving on to section 2, synergy, and those 2 simple rules.
So this builds on Robbins' previous world-famous work in a really brilliant way. You've got side A, the 5-second rule, which is all about self-improvement and pushing yourself. Getting out of bed, opening that massive stack of bills, starting that scary project. But pushing yourself is only half the battle. Side B is the let them theory, focusing on relationship improvement and releasing others. It's the perfect synergy. The first rule forces you to push yourself through your own hesitation, while this new theory frees you by making you release your grip on everyone else. You basically stop obsessing over what other people think, say, or do, so you finally have the energy to focus on your own life.
Which brings us to section 3, the let them equation.
This whole philosophy relies on 2 essential halves. The first half is, obviously, let them. This is making a conscious, empowered decision not to allow other people's behavior to bother you. It's surrendering control. If someone cuts you off in traffic, let them. If your friends go on a weekend trip and don't invite you, let them. Doing this instantly relieves you of the hurt and that exhausting need to dictate reality. But, and this is a big but, the source text makes it very clear that if you only do this first step, you might end up feeling isolated or totally detached. That's why you can't stop there. You need the second half. Let me. This is where you take responsibility for what you do, think, or say next. It's how you reclaim your personal agency. Sure, let them go on that trip without you, but let me reach out and make some new plans. Let me focus on the friendships that actually serve me. Let me take a deep breath instead of sending that angry rage text. This right here is where your personal responsibility lives, and it resets your entire stress response. Think of this whole dynamic like a giant seesaw. On one side, you have this chaotic crowd, the heavy weight of everyone else's opinions, moods, and actions. You are never going to outweigh them by trying to control them. It's impossible. But on the other side, standing strong is you. When you combine let them with let me, you balance acceptance and compassion with responsibility and true control. You stop fighting the crowd and you just anchor your own side of the scale.
Okay, section 4, handling grown-up tantrums.
We're diving into chapter 7 here, applying this to some of the most emotionally immature people in our lives. Because let's be real, adults are just as emotional as children. Have you ever dealt with a family member who just storms out of the room? Or, like the source material describes, a friend's mother who gives them the silent treatment for a whole month? It is so draining. But the rule here is absolute. It is never your job to manage another adult's silent treatments, playing the victim, or sudden emotional outbursts. When you tiptoe around someone's mood, you are literally letting their emotional immaturity dictate your choices. You lose a piece of yourself every single time you cave to a passive-aggressive sigh. So how do we handle this? The source material offers this amazing, specific visualization technique that brings some much-needed lighthearted relief to deeply stressful moments. When an adult is pulling the silent treatment or playing the victim, I want you to look at them and literally visualize an 8-year-old throwing a fit, trapped inside that adult body. It's an emotional pivot. When you picture that difficult adult as a pouting 8-year-old, you magically stop feeling scared of them. Think about it. You wouldn't be terrified of an 8-year-old pouting in the corner, right? You pivot immediately from frustration and contempt straight to pity, and eventually compassion. You realize they just lack the emotional tools to handle the situation.
So you just let them feel their emotions without trying to fix them, and boom, that completely neutralizes their power over you.
Finally, Section 5, the Let Me Power Move.
Taking responsibility for your next move is the ultimate power move. Your power doesn't come from managing other people, it comes from your own response. There's this fascinating brain scan research by Dr. Tali Sharot highlighted in the source, and it shows that when you tell someone something negative, like nagging them to change, their brain actually tunes it out. Literally, the part of their brain that listens to negative info just turns off. No way, right? That's exactly why trying to force change backfires. Instead, you've got to use Let Me to put your time and energy back at the center of your life.
Robbins turns this into a super practical ABC loop to influence others without pressuring them. Because adults only change when they feel like it, right? You have to create the space for it to be their idea. Step A, apologize for nagging and ask open-ended questions to understand where they're coming from. Step B, back off, give them autonomy and just observe their behavior. Step C, celebrate their progress while you continue to model the change. You're using your own actions, your let me, to inspire change rather than demanding it. It's a total game changer.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a really profound thought to reflect on. If you stopped resisting reality, who would you be? If you redirected all that wasted energy, the energy spent wishing lines would move faster, wanting people to text back, or needing others to validate you, towards your own dreams, what could you actually achieve? The let them theory is ultimately all about reclaiming that lost energy. So stop fighting human nature, let people be exactly who they are, and step powerfully into your let me era. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you start putting this equation to work in your own life today.